Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the second update for my rolling Project 10 pan for 2024. This is just a classic Project 10 pan. Oftentimes I'm trying to finish items or trying to hit pan on them. I did keep this project rolling from last year. I had really good movement in this project and nothing had been in it for too long in my opinion, so I just kept things flowing into the new year. Unfortunately, I don't have any empties this month because I actually had 4 rollouts last month, so that made it a little bit trickier to have anything for this month, if that makes sense. But I'm going to run through all of the products and what has been in for the longest down to what I rolled in last month. To kick things off, I have my Colourpop Mr Bing eyeliner. I've only used this 3 times since the last update for a total of 38 uses in this project. However, it has been in projects previously. This is all broken into pieces inside, so I can no longer roll it all the way up and measure it for you, and every time I use it, it's at risk of falling on the floor. But I've dedicated so much time to this and I really want to keep using it until that happens and then call this an empty. So this will just keep going. It's just a medium warm brown toned eyeliner and I like it in my waterline. Next up, I have my Ofra Makeup Fixer setting spray. This is the oldest setting spray in my collection, and in the last month I have made this much progress. I haven't been doing my makeup as much in the last month or so, but I feel like that is pretty consistent. This big gap here is actually 2 months because I didn't do an update in January. So I'm making slow but steady progress on this. It's just the setting spray I use every time I do my makeup. Next, I have my Nars Laguna bronzer, which is the product I'm most excited to share with you every single month because I always have great visual progress in my humble opinion. Once again, last month, which maybe I'll just link that up in the cards, there was more significant changes because it was 2 months worth of progress, but I did use this bronzer 7 times since the last update, a bit less than usual per month. I've been doing my makeup a little bit less, but I also rolled a bronzer into my whole collection project pan, so they're kind of competing for attention. I will pop in a picture of what this bronzer looked like last month and then what it looks like today. I really think I'm making good progress. I wish I wasn't working on so many eyeshadows so that I could use it as an eyeshadow as well without it taking away progress from other things. But I would really like for this next month, I think this was my goal last time and I didn't quite get there, but to have the full 2 middle rings completely clear. I mean, I'm almost there, but not quite. And then I'll only have around the edges, which is very thin. I do think this is still going to take me a couple more months, but that is perfectly fine with me. I'm just really happy to see this ginormous shiny pan. Another product I've been making fantastic progress in is my Colourpop lip gloss in the shade Fairy Floss. I am wearing this today with a lip liner underneath, and while I can't see exactly if my line markings are correct, I believe I was about here last month by shining a flashlight through it and seeing a little bit of windowing. I no longer have any windows, but there are some weird lines going on down here, and again I used a flashlight as well and I couldn't see exactly, but that is my guess and I'm hoping that it's accurate because that would mean I could finish this in the next month if I tried really hard. Did I mention I had used this 6 or 7 times since the last update, and that is days. So as I reapply throughout the day, I am not tallying every time I use it, and I usually reapply lip gloss relatively frequently because it does wear off, but this is really motivating to me, and even if it's not actually all the way done for next month, I will be very close, so I'm really excited for this progress as well. I'm a little surprised by my lack of progress on Viva La Juicy. I feel like I've been using this just as often as I always do, which is to say not every single day as I have over 30 fragrances, but this is the one I reach for semi-consistently because I am mindful of wanting to pan it. I will have to insert a picture and have it, you know, laying flat, of course, but I guess I need to also remember that these two lines are 2 months apart, so maybe it is consistent progress, but I was a little disappointed when I saw this, but there really isn't like that, can you see at this angle, that much perfume left. This is the 1.7 fluid ounce size of this perfume, so there was quite a bit in here, but I'm really looking forward to this being empty. I want to finish this and then maybe a couple of my sample size perfumes. I have a lot of like Discovery Set minis because I really want to purchase one fragrance during the Sephora VIB sale, so I want this to be gone for next month, like within the next 6 to 8 weeks. I would love for this to be empty, so I need to keep that in mind. I think I'm gonna set this like front and center on my dresser. I next have the blush I'm trying to hit pan on. This is from Seraphine Botanicals in the shade Happy Hibiscus. I have used this 5 times since the last update, which isn't that great. So I'm not sure if we'll see any visual progress in this at all, but once again, I'll have, you know, what it looked like last month and then what it looks like this month over to the side of me. I do feel like there is a tiny bit of a dip happening, but maybe I'm just imagining that. We're now on to the 4 items I rolled in last month. So first I have the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I did use this 8 times last month. This wasn't the best choice for me to roll in, though it is my oldest primer. The weather is just so dry that I probably should not be using a mattifying primer, as well as the foundation I'm panning in a different project is a mattifying foundation and my skin feels so parched. When I rolled this in, I used a flashlight and had it sitting up, and I thought we were here. I was shocked I had so little left. However, today this has also been stored upright. I shined a flashlight through and we have refilled up to here. So all that's to say is I have no idea where I am in this primer. I don't know how that would have possibly happened. I'm just gonna keep using this until it's gone, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't refill more before the next update. I'm really curious if there's going to be much visual progress on this next product. This is my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, so I will insert pictures of what it looked like last time and then what it looks like today. I did use this 9 times in the last month and I'm hoping there is some progress. I feel like this bridge between the 2 pans showing is very thin now, but once again, it's a matte powder. What was I thinking? I feel like this is going to take me until the end of summer to actually finish this, but we shall see. It is once again very thin, like across the entire powder. Does that make any sense? Because my powder brush is quite large. Hopefully there's some visual progress when I'm editing. Hopefully I am motivated by that, but just using it day to day, it's not like the bronzer where every time I use it, I see a difference. So I'll just keep trucking along on this guy. I only used my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in KathleenLights 2 times, one of those being today. This is a product I would love to finish this year. Not going to be with 2 uses a month, but this is very much a summery shade, but it does work well with these shades that I'm panning right now. So I will try and incorporate this a bit more in my look. And lastly, I have my Kosas Revealer Concealer. I used this 9 times since the last update, and at my best guess, I went from this top red line down to here. So from the middle of the A to about the middle of the S in Kosas on the side. This is one of my favorite concealers in my collection. I really enjoy using this. It is one of the newer concealers in my collection, but I know these go bad, so I'm trying to actually use this up before it expires on me because I would hate to waste my money like that. So I am focusing on this at the beginning of the year. I have the shade 2.5, which works really well at my fairest, but I'm wondering if this will be too light for me come the summertime. We shall see. I have one of those skin tones, even though I use SPF, I go from pretty fair, to be honest. I feel like a ghost, to I get a decent tan. So there is a big difference in shade from me in the winter to me in the summertime, and that makes purchasing makeup sometimes a little bit tricky because I don't want to buy two of everything. That's a tangent for no reason. I think I made pretty good progress, and again, I'm guesstimating like 3 more months to be on, you know, the more reserved side. What do you think? So that is everything for my rolling Project 10 pan. Unfortunately, no rollouts this month, but I had 4 last month, so that's okay with me. I would love to have something rolling out next month though, but I really have no idea what it will be. I'm really hoping for the lip gloss, if I'm honest, and maybe the perfume if I really buckle down and only use that one throughout March and the beginning of April. I just don't love it, so that seems like a chore to me. Let me know your thoughts on my progress in this project. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!